Hi all. So on behalf of my group, it is an honor for me today to deliver our group presentation about the Kraft Heinz company. So this is our group members includes Nora Ismail Mohamad, Ain Nabilla Yahaya, it's me, and lastly Nora Ismail. Kraft Food and Heinz merged to form the Kraft Heinz Company KFC, a multinational food company with offices in Chicago and Pittsburgh. Kraft Heinz is the third largest food and beverage company in North America and the fifth largest worldwide with 26 billion in 2020 sales. In addition to Kraft and Heinz, the company profile includes over 20 brands including Mocha Burger, Gevalier, Grey Poupon, Oscar Mayer, Philadelphia Cream Cheese, Prima Kitchen, and Wetty. Eight of these brands are annual sales above about 1 million. The 2018 Fortune 500 ranked Kraft Heinz 114 based on 2017 sales. So Kraft Heinz has developed world famous product for 150 years. Kraft Heinz, one of the world's largest food and beverage company, has established and emerging brands as custodians of great brands and inventors of innovative products. We care about the long terms of health of our people and planets. One of the biggest food and beverage company in Kraft Heinz. Kraft Heinz distribute condiment sauce, cheese, dairy, meals, meats, refreshment beverage, coffee and other groceries in worldwide. Kraft Heinz own 200 iconic brands, and also the Kraft Heinz innovate by company the Kraft Food Group and H.J. Heinz co-rich history with a story type energy. So let's begin to company background. So what have we found that the vision of this company is to sustainably grow by delighting more consumer globally. And for mission, let's make life delicious. So what is organizational culture? Kraft hands are consumer obsessed, dares to do better every day, champion great people and also demand. So for goals and objectives is committed to responsible sourcing and its related effect. The focus area includes animals, welfare, human rights, deforestation, and also sustainable agriculture. Hmm. Can you identify the man in the picture? Okay, he is Warren Buffett, who is a chairman of Berkshire Hathaway. So he is the big investor in the Kraft Heinz. Okay, the fifth largest food and beverage firm in the world, Kraft Heinz Company (KFC) is the consequence of decades of acquisition made as a part of growth plan that does not seem to be slowing down. So based on the Investopia, with more than 325 million shares and 26.65 interest in Kraft Heinz, Berkshire Hathaway is the shareholder with the greatest holding. Vanguard, SSGA Funds Management, and BlackRock Fund Advisor are the next largest minority shareholders that holding 4.49%, 2.5%, and 2.22% of the company respectively.
Thank you, Ain Nabilla. Next, I'm Aisyahton binti Mohamad. We present about SWOT analysis. With a global presence, the Kraft Heinz company product is a well-known and adored brand, which is high quality, delicious, and nutritious food. It is available for all eating situations, whether at home, restaurant, or on the go. Okay, let's move to SWOT analysis. First, strength. It has strong R&D, increased organic revenue, availability, innovation, advertisement method, diverse range of leading brand and focused consumer. Second, weaknesses. They have strong competition, market share, cost control, difficulty in launching new brand. Third, opportunity. First, operate in many fast-growing, growing demand for health and wellness, decrease input costs, which is raw material, and lastly, changing lifestyle. Last but not least is treats. First, increasing treat in dining out, health concern, increasing obesity rate, and inflation. Okay, let's move to the next. Internet Factor Evaluation Metric or IFE. For this table, the rating value is 4 and 3 is strength, 2 and 1 is weaknesses. Okay, as a refer for table in front of you, the Kraft Heinz should go for aggressive strategy because the total weightage score above 3, which indicate that it has a strong internal position. The company is able to handle its internal factor. It has a strong brand image gave that Kraft Heinz is strong competitive advantage. However, despite having a strong competitive behind well-known company, the Kraft Heinz is also known for service unhealthy menu. Besides that, due to loss of control, most of the Kraft Heinz branch independently run by different management. This result is sale decline due to the extent of the brand. Okay, let's move to next is external factor evaluation metric or EFE. Each key factor should be assigned a weight range from 0.0, which is low importance, to 1.0, high importance. The typical overall weightage score is 3.01. It indicates that the business is managing the opportunity and dangers that they are currently present in its industry. It shows the initiate methods are successfully applied in order to minimize possibility and reduce external risk. Next, we move to competitive profile metric, which is CPM. The rating value is 1 major weaknesses, second minor weaknesses, 3 minor strength, 4 major strength. Using the critical success indicator in each sector, the competitive profile metric compare the Kraft Heinz to its rival and demonstrate how strong it is in comparison. We can determine its relative flaws and address them to create effective tactics by identifying its strength, which a total score 3.45. The Kraft Heinz product is fairly competitive in its sector compared to Nestle USA, which is 2.70. To increase brand loyalty and customer retention, the corporation has increased its global strength, market share, and desirability as an employment. Its profit margin has a grade of 3, exactly like the Mondelez International, which is 3.75, because it is seen as a small strength. Every company wants to prioritize building its brand and satisfying its customer. Next is achievement for Kraft Heinz. First, the largest producer of pickle, miniature, and ketchup in the US. Their business have 25 factories and more than 6,000 workers by 1990, achieved 2021 staff representation goals, increasing minority and female representation in management positions globally and in the US by 2% point, putting the company on track to meet its 2025 goal for global diversity, inclusion, and belonging. Second is sustainability packaging. By 2025, Kraft Heinz hopes to use only recycled, reused, or compostable packaging. This initiative is known as sustainable packaging. About 84% of the company global packaging portfolio as of 2021 achieved this objective. By 2020, Kraft Heinz intends to introduce a fully circular Heinz tomato ketchup bottle in Europe as a part of the larger objective. The creation of a recyclable cap was the project's last component. Next is reducing trash to landfill. By reducing trash to landfill by 20% across all of its manufacturing plants by 2025. Kraft Heinz made a lot of progress in 2021. The company reduced the waste to landfill intensive over 50% by the end of 2021. Conclusion for Chapter 2 is the corporation must figure out how to leverage its strength if it wants to become the largest food and beverage company in the world with Kraft Heinz. Even though Kraft Heinz has a well-known brand name, they must pay attention to their area of weaknesses because these flaws such a product recall can harm the company reputation and cause consumer to doubt the brand. The market offers a variety of changes for growth, including the needs for nutrition items and the purchase of other small businesses. Additionally, it faces challenges that it must be mindful of like tight safety regulation, and increase in the cost labor or raw material.
Hi, Assalamualaikum. My name is Nora Ismail, and I will talk about Chapter 3, Company Strategy Plan. As you can see on the slide, this is Strategy Formulation Stage 2. The table shows a SWOT metric. SWOT analysis has advanced to the point where SO plan, ST strategy, WO strategy, and Navigation strategy need to be combined to form new strategy. From the SO strategy table, three new tactics from Kraft Heinz include a focus on restaurants and retailers, positioning the company as a manufacturer of healthy food, and emphasizing ready-to-eat food. This tactic gives you another edge over rivals who are selling the same main item. In order to implement SD strategy, Kraft Heinz has two new strategies: launching low-fat goods and outsourcing business operation to a less expensive logistic partner. Consumers today enjoy eating healthier food because they care about living a healthy life. Thus, they must be careful when choosing food that may have an impact on their bodies. Additionally, Kraft Heinz applies a SWOT analysis vulnerability plan together with an opportunity and threat strategy. Kraft Heinz has two new strategies: selling packaged food, coffees to cafes, and looking for divestitures in underperforming categories. Coffee has larger profit margins than other food items, and coffee shops frequently have cheaper operating costs than other types of establishments.
Small coffee shop owners often earn between $60,000 and $160,000 per year, and the national coffee sector generates about 70 billion in sales annually. Last but not least, WTO strategy has one that demonstrates the need for Kraft Heinz to introduce a sub-brand for its healthier product line. Our dedication to people, to nutrition and health, and to making life delicious at once is a crucial component of our corporate strategy. As part of this commitment, Kraft Heinz is taking steps such as continuing to improve the nutritional value of our product line, engaging in transparent and ethical marketing and communication, and aligning our goal with those of public health. Next, internal external metric. Based on the data gathered, IFE received at 3.22, whereas EFE received at 3.01. The Kraft Heinz internal external metric is located in quadrant I, indicating that the corporation is working on a growth and build strategy. This calls for tactical strategies that are both forceful and intensive. The main goals of your plan should be product creation, market penetration, and market development. On an operational level, integration in the three dimensions backward integration, forward integration, and horizontal integration should be taken into account. As a result, Kraft Heinz must defend its market share against the competitors while also capitalizing on its strengths and opportunities in order to remain competitive in the business and grow its market share. Grand strategy metric. The grand strategy metric has emerged as a well-liked method for creating workable strategies alongside SWOT analysis, space metric, BCG metric, and IE metric. The grand strategy metric can be used to create innovative and alternate organizational strategies. The four strategic quadrants of the grand strategy matrix allow for the placement of all corporation and division. Competitive position and market expansion make up the grand strategy matrix two dimensions. Kraft Heinz is classified as being in quadrant 1, which is distinguished by a quick expansion of the market, growth, and strong competitive position. The market that would be best to employ include market penetration and market development, as before mentioned in the other metrics. Therefore, it would be better for them to continue focusing on their existing approach. This table shows the result of attractiveness score for a new line of low-fat products for health and developing the house market by introducing cafes to compete with other brands. Based on the result, the strategies of the new line of low-fat products show more attractiveness with 4.44. However, the strategies developing the house market by introducing cafes to compete with other brands score only 3.92. For the conclusion, the EFE matrix overall score 3.01 indicates that they have a good responsiveness to external variables. The most significant internal factor of Kraft Heinz, according to the IFE matrix used in this study. The IFE matrix overall score of 3.22 indicates that they can handle their internal factors. According to the QSPM metric, the best strategy that should be suggested to Kraft Heinz for achieving their goals is the product development strategy. This is because the QSPM metric gives the product development strategy a score of 4.44, which is higher than the other selective strategy, the score of 3.92 for the market penetration.
Thank you, Miss Nora. I'm Aisyahton binti Mohamad. We continue for chapter 4, which is strategy implementation. First, strategy 1 is market penetration. Despite maintaining its position as the leading brand of vegetable sauce, Kraft Heinz, like many other global competitive companies, has struggled to maintain its leadership with a variety of luxury products through the worst recession in living memory. Second strategy is product development. For people who are health aware, Kraft Heinz create product with fewer calorie and fat, and it's create sugar-free confection to appeal to retirees. It is important to use an advanced technology system, particularly the internet shopping mall for stay-at-home mother. And for strategy 3 is sales forecast. Kraft Heinz has raised its forecast for yearly organic sales growth in response to growing product pricing and enduring demand for its packaged meals and sauce. To now, price increase to combat a global increase in labor, raw material, and fresh costs have not been met with negative consumer response. Kraft Heinz did not, however, raise its estimate for core earnings in 2020. A sales forecast is created by identifying the goods and services that will be sold, and it should be used by Kraft Heinz to estimate the value of items and services it can realistically sell through the forecast period, their cost, and their expected profit. profit. As a conclusion, some alternative strategies that were created in the research on the basis of three metrics during the matching stage include market development strategy, market penetration strategy, product development strategy, backward integration strategy, forward integration strategy, horizontal in integration strategy, and related diversification strategy.
So next, for the last chapter is a conclusion and recommendation. The expectation of new strategy. New CEO and a fresh growth strategy were announced in 2019. Kraft Heinz believe that company is still in a trouble, but value investor may still like KHC. Lockdown is fiscal year to 2020 forced people buy packaged meals, which benefited the firm. Kraft hence grew 1.8% organically the next year despite these unusual circumstances. In 2021, sales fell 0.5% due to the company selling several activities, which reduced sales by 3.5%. Despite benefiting from the pandemic, the company has changed its operational and is reaping the rewards. On September 15, 2020, the firm's strategic transformation plan was revealed, changing things. This article examines those adjustments and evaluates the Kraft Heinz progress towards their lofty goals. So there are five key components, which is people with purpose, consumer platforms, op center, partner program, and fuel our growth. For success story, so the Kraft has raised its long-term financial target to 2% until 3%. Organic growth from 1% to 2%. The company also increased its adjusted EPS growth target from 4% until 6% to 6% to 8% as it prepared to grow in the coming years. So the company believes its abroad business will be vital. Since the new CEO arrived, Kraft Heinz believes the company is following its promises. We believe Kraft Heinz is still in jeopardy, notwithstanding its 4% dividend yield. We doubt Kraft Heinz capacity to preserve or enhance the dividend. So the organization prioritizes profitable growth and value chain efficiency. Kraft Heinz is establishing internal digital capabilities with cutting-edge technology firm to use data analytics in their operation, team interaction, and also market entry. So for this method, they are expected to accelerate innovation and increase customer intimacy using this method, which is a detailed, real time and customer data. So AI power stock keeping and demand planning at store are expected to reduce the stock out, enhance working capital flow, and allow Kraft Heinz to provide more product to customer to be more faster. So for the investor is they want that balance sheet mismanagement. Long-term investors are encouraged by the company recent cash flow improvement, which has allowed it to reduce debt. And the last part is conclusion. What I can conclude is Kraft Heinz need to be more creative to market nationwide. So other than that, the technology is more progressive in today. Asia and Europe are familiar with Kraft Heinz, and also they are face many food goals. So the competitor for Kraft Heinz are Mondelez International and also Nestle USA, who make the similar product. So what we can see that the competitor main product is identical. So how about the halal cuisine is why Kraft Heinz is important in Malaysia because Muslim customers are dominant in Malaysia. Thus, Kraft Heinz must ensure that halal compliant in all market for especially acquiring, preparing, baking, storing, and also using the raw ingredient is more heavy control. So this group can buy the halal certified foreign item and also accept the Malaysia Department of Islamic Development verified under JAKI. So that's all from me. Thank you.